Logan the Layman Critic here. Today's review is for Mobile Police Patlabor, the movie. It's from 1989 and directed by Mamoru Oshii. Let's talk movies. It's in the future of 1999, and Tokyo is developing islands and demolishing old residential areas. Technology has leaped into the use of labors, which are human-manned bipedal machines used for various purposes: construction, combat, law enforcement, etc. When laborers suddenly start going berserk and causing destruction on their own, detectives are put on the case. The problem appears to be tied to a new operating system integrated with the technology. The question is why? Now, this is my first experience with the Patlabor franchise. I know virtually nothing about it. My interest was actually piqued by a YouTube channel that did an overview of it. So I thought I'd give it a shot. I plan on doing the other two movies in the future. Ghost in the Shell is one of my favorite anime films, and Mamoru Oshii is the director of that, so I thought I would like to see what he was doing in 1989. The way the film opens, you would think that this would be more of an action-oriented film, but it's not. And there's some good action scenes here and there with the Patlabors, especially the ending. But it's more about the characters unraveling the mystery through detective work, and it's good. I like it. You can definitely see traces of what was to come later with Ghost in the Shell. It takes its time with the story, and I'll admit that the pacing felt a little lethargic, but again, I think the opening put me in a certain frame of mind that was expecting a faster, more kinetic experience. And I have a feeling that it'll be easier for me when I go back to the film again in the future. I like the characters and their relational dynamics. It felt very real, with the sort of procedural banality of a work environment, with those moments of tension and humor thrown throughout. I liked the camaraderie that built between the newcomers with their captain and the colleagues. One thing that had me scratching my head was that the focus was on the character Asuma rather than Noah. I was always under the impression that she was the main character of Patlabor. I mean, even the poster for this movie has her on it. Just her. Comparatively speaking, she doesn't do as much as Asuma, and that's fine, I guess. I just wasn't expecting it. Visually, the film is designed and animated well. The Patlabors look really cool, and the action scenes are exciting. I will admit, however, that the Patlabor's use of an oversized revolver looks a bit silly. The use of shadows and camera movement bring to mind Ghost in the Shell. Particularly one scene where there's characters taking a ride and a bridge passes over them. It reminds me of the boat ride on Ghost in the Shell. There's just music playing. It makes very good use of silence, I think. And yeah, it's very deliberately paced. I like the movie, and if you're familiar with Ghost in the Shell, you'll know what I'm talking about with all this stuff. The animation in this movie, and that movie too, makes it feel like you're watching something real. It's cinematic in a way that a lot of animated features are not. So if you liked Ghost in the Shell, I would highly recommend watching Patlabor. They're both great science fiction and works of animated storytelling. Check them out. Thanks for watching.